What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Real Talk. And again, every Monday, I'm bringing you guys a recap of last night's Game of Thrones, and it was episode 4, A Queen's Justice. And again, guys, this is gonna be like no cuts or nothing like that. Just me talking about the episode. And man, what a big episode. Where do I begin? Well, we find Jon and Daenerys meeting for the first time in the show's history, and that's, I think, the most monumental thing that happened. And man, it was everything I guess I wanted. I want to say that because they're both personalities. Obviously Jon's not gonna bend the knee, and Daenerys is kind of still, when they had that confrontation after, she's like, Jon asks her, am I your prisoner? She's like, not yet. She's like still kind of, I don't want to say stubborn, but she still has that, I'm the queen, the rightful, I guess I have the rightful claim to the throne. So it was awesome to see them finally meet. It was cool to see Jon's reaction to the dragons and stuff like that, and Sir Davos' reaction as well. So I love the dialogue between all that scene right there, and also when I'm forgetting the translator's name, but for Daenerys, she was saying, "Oh, this is Daenerys, Queen of the Dragon, Mother of the Dragons, and stuff like that," and she listed this whole long thing, and then Sir Davos is like, "Well, this is Jon Snow, King of the North." Man, that was pretty cool. But like I said, I love that they kind of both didn't give in that quick. Jon came there to get Dragonglass to get help, and Daenerys is like, you know what, you need to bend the knee. So I like overall, I really like that confrontation at the end. Obviously, I'm sorry if I didn't say this in the beginning. Spoilers, obviously. If you've seen my recap for the second episode, and if you listen to the first one because it's in the podcast format, links to those are going to be in the description, by the way. So obviously, Tyrion talks to Daenerys and says, "You know what? I believe in Jon Snow. He's a good man, and I don't think he's a liar. Let's play ball with him. Let's give him something so he can give us. You know what I'm saying." So he convinced Daenerys to to let Jon, I guess, I don't say harvest, but mine the dragon glass. So that was pretty cool. Finally, hopefully he returns to the north and he's reunited with Bran. And man, that was so emotional to see Bran and Sansa reunite. And man, Bran's like on one, man. I was talking to my brother earlier about it, and he's like, it's just like serious. Okay, I'm the three-eyed raven, and then Sansa's like, huh, but it was cool to see him. I wanted him to go into the past a little bit more, but it would have seemed kind of out of place right now. So this means we were probably gonna see Bran and Jon interact, and probably Bran saying, "You know what? You're part Targaryen and Stark." So that's quite a combination there. So I can't wait to see what happens. And we didn't see Arya in this episode, but hopefully she's still making her journey that way. And the next episode, she can be in Winterfell as well, so we can finally have all the Starks reunited, what's left of them. So other than that, obviously the whole thing was Cersei, Euron, and Jaime. Man, Euron just rode in, and he had I'm forgetting the girl's name again, but the Sand Snake lady. That's why I like to call her, and her daughter. That was a present too. I did not see that coming. Like I said, I thought it was gonna be either Tyrion or that. I don't know if it's a flute or musical instrument in the books. Again, I haven't read the books, but I've heard people talk about what's the difference between the books and stuff like that. So I thought maybe they were gonna implement that, but that was his gift, and he comes in there. All the people are cheering and stuff like that. He's a little back and forth with Jaime, saying, "Hey, these people are cheering for you, and but they also will cheer for you, like to see you like die and stuff like that. So your head on a spear." And then he's like, Euron's replies to Jaime. He's like, I'm pretty sure they just like heads on spears. That's kind of like a little dab on like how society is and stuff like that. But nonetheless, Euron, he gained the Queen's trust, and I guess he's the commander now. Euron is the commander for the naval armies for Cersei, and obviously Jaime is the commander for the armies. And we see Jaime. I'm sorry I'm jumping back and forth, but I'm going to try to touch upon everything. But we see Jaime riding into, I'm forgetting the place that they went to, but I believe is where, not the Tyrells. I'm forgetting their name, but that lady's there. I'm forgetting her name too. I'm sorry. Kind of like excited because not just seen the episode, but like I want to talk about everything. So he rides in there. They take the castle or the place, and he has a back and forth with her, and he basically said, you know what, Cersei sent me here to kill you, and she had a different bunch of different ways to that she thought of to kill you, but I talked her out of all of those, and he busts a little poison thing. She drinks it right away, and after that, man, she just tells Jaime everything, like that it was her basically and her family that poisoned Joffrey, and man, it was a great scene. I think it was one of the best scenes in that episode. But it's picking up now, guys. We're gonna have characters like that. I don't want to say picked off, but meet their end because it's the end of Game of Thrones. We only have one more season, and then we have 4 more episodes in this season. Sorry, I just looked over at my cat. I was like, "What are you doing?" But that was a pretty well acted scene. I think Jamie's, I think his name's Nicola or something like that. He did a great job and stuff like that in that scene. But going back with Cersei, she imprisons the those people that Euron got for her. And man, she just said, you know what, like that was my only daughter. I'm gonna make you pay and all that stuff. And man, she just kissed the daughter with the same poison that the girl kissed Cersei's daughter with. And she said, you know what, you're gonna rot in here. You're gonna watch your daughter rot. And man, like that was just. I'm hoping they get out of that. I'm pretty sure they're not, but. Cersei's just, and then right after that, she has a power trip and she gets her revenge. But right after that, she goes with her brother and they have sex and stuff like that. So it's kind of And the thing I want to point out though is that in the morning, I guess someone knocks and James like, you know what, nobody can see us like this. What are you doing? She's like, I don't care, I'm the queen. And she opens the door and some. I think. Oh no, that's when she meets with that maester, I think, or someone from the. I think from the south or something. That's there to talk about. With Cersei about like her money situation and stuff like that, and they have a little back and forth. And next week, I believe, they're gonna get a little bit more into that because when Jaime attacked that castle, I believe they're like one of the more richest families or something like that. So I think they're just gonna get their gold and pay back the man. I'm forgetting the name of it, but the Iron. Man, the Iron Bank, I think. But after, besides that, guys, I mean, that's the main things that happen. Obviously, we get the attack on Casterly Rock, which is easy won, and Grey Worm is like, what the heck? Like, they're supposed to be way more. Like, where are they? And they look over the wall, and you see Euron's army coming to the island, kind of burning all their ships and stuff like that. And I thought that Jaime's army was like on the other side. So I was like, oh man, Grey Worm's gonna die. They're gonna take back Casterly Rock and stuff like that. But pretty much they make it seem like because I'm pretty sure they're not gonna have Euron go and then just be killed there. So. They're making it seem like Grey Worm is gonna meet his demise there, and that's gonna be bittersweet to see another great character go. But besides that, I'm trying to think of everything. Oh, we had a little moment in with Sansa in Winterfell, how she's kind of doing things a little bit different, and Littlefinger's there, like you're fit to rule and stuff like that, and that's when Bran comes back. And then with Ser Jorah and Sam, we finally find out that he's cured. All thanks to Sam. And Sam's like, you know what? Ser Jorah is like, hey, thanks. I owe you my life. Hey, no, don't worry. Like your dad saved mine a bunch of times. So now Ser Jorah is gonna go find Daenerys. And that's gonna be an interesting confrontation because she said, you know what? I command you to go and get cured. And he's basically. He was trying to. I don't know how exactly he got there, but. He was just, I guess, waiting to die, waiting to get converted into one of those monsters. But now, thanks to Sam, he's, all good. And he said, they said, we hope we meet again and stuff like that. Another little interaction I just remembers was with Varys and Red Queen or the Red Witch. That was pretty. I think there was a lot of foreshadowing in this episode. But one of those interactions was Varys like, you know what, if you come back, you're gonna die. She's like, well, I have to die here, because she's gonna leave somewhere. But she's like, I'm gonna come back basically to die or something. Like, she said too, like, you're gonna die here too. And then the scene's kind of left like, what the heck, like, so it's kind of foreshadowing. I think when everything goes down, I think a lot of people are gonna die in Game of Thrones. So all right, guys. I believe I probably missed some things. I know I missed some things in the last episode, but I'm kind of trying to do this a little bit quick, a little for you guys to get my thoughts and then kind of get a little conversation going of Game of Thrones. So expect these every Mondays. here at the Real Talk. I know I do movies and review movies and stuff like that, but like I said, I wanted to get to a little bit more, and as you will see in my podcast, if you listen to them, they're more than just movies. So little by little, guys. But yeah, like I said, every Monday, be tuned in here for the Real Talk and listen to the remainder of the season. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do any other show because this is the biggest one that's going on right now. I kind of lost interest in Walking Dead. So guys, as always, I want to hear what you guys have to say about the episode, the Queen's Justice of Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 3. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And yeah, what do you guys think is going to happen, man? Like, in the next episode, we see Daenerys kind of going a little bit more towards Jon, saying, you know what, I need your help now, So, seems like Cersei's winning. So, you guys can follow me to wrap things up. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at The Real Talk, Talk with 2Ks. And as always, guys, I'll see you at the movies. Later.